Thank you for tuning into the Faceless Podcast. I go by the name of Shepherd. My friends call me Sheps. Call me what you want. As long as it's not I'll probably respond. Now, straight into this one. This one's going to be a quick one. Nicholas Cannon, as he's known by his Greek name, Nick Cannon. It's just going to be a quick one. Really, I just wanted to respond. I've seen a few people comment. So for those who don't know, Nick Cannon had his severs tied by Viacom, who he was working alongside with for many years, because of comments that he made on his podcast with Professor Griff. I will put a short clip in the description section from, I think, Good Morning America, who covered it briefly. Typically, I'm not a fan of these kind of the short, like, little headline things, but I feel like it gives you a good overview of what was going on. So to kind of paraphrase, I can't remember what I said word for word off the top of my head, but the sentiment was basically black people are superior to white people, which is why white people have to be savages, have to rape, pillage, enslave, all of that. So it's preaching black superiority, which is why I felt like I had to comment, because me personally, here on the Faceless Podcast, the Faceless Nation, we promote diversity of thought, not diversity of skin tone. So I believe we was all created equal by God. That is where regardless of your color, regardless whether you hail from the mountains of Caucasus Mountains, or how did Cat Williams say it? Said it in a funny way. Regardless whether you're from the Sahara, wherever you're from, you could be born and bred Scotland. We're all created equal. We all have the same value as human beings. However, our thoughts, what's up here, that's what needs to be diverse. There are good thoughts, there are bad thoughts, just like what we've just heard. Or what Nicholas Cannon was saying. I know his name's Nick Cannon, but I feel like Nicholas Cannon fits in better with the turban and what else he's been trying to preach. Now, what does it look like for me? What's my breakdown? To me, it sounds like, and who said this? Someone said this perfectly. I think it's one of the Christian apologists that I was watching, and I can't remember who said it properly, but this is not an original thought of mine, but I agree with it. It sounds like Nick Cannon's looking for something to believe in. He's clearly not a Christian anymore. I don't know if he ever was, but it's human nature to want something to believe in. So what he's done is, along with his new ideologies, he's now started researching and grasping onto different thoughts, Pan-Africanism, for example. And he's just grabbed the ideas. I don't think he's properly thought them through. I don't think he's actually thought, what am I saying here? Because if he did, he would not have made those comments, because he knows he works with Jewish people. And they don't play around. Like, this is what I don't understand. This is the craziest thing. Let me take a sip of water, because it's that crazy. This is the craziest thing. In your worldview, white people are these savages that have to rape, pillage, cheat, lie, steal in order for them to get ahead. You now work for said white people, and you think they'll accept you making comments about them that are derogatory, and you get away with it. How does that make sense in your own worldview? I do not believe in this, by the way. I believe it was created equal. I believe that business, Viacom, is a private business. It's got owners. If they don't like you, they can get rid of you. It's their. They could do that. Let alone you've made racist and anti-Semitic comments. You have to keep that same energy. The same energy you were saying white people are savages, the same energy as you were saying they want to be us. And then you started talking about some of the Hebrew Israelite kind of speech, which I won't even go into that. There's a lot of people that have done a lot better job than me that look into that philosophy in itself. And who was it that said this? Is it Schultz? Andrew Schultz. I think he put this brilliantly when he said, the reason Jews are on anti-Semitism like that is because this is how it started when the Holocaust happened. That's how it started. So when they hear those things, that's why those comments are anti-Semitic. When they hear those things, they think, oh no, here we go again. This needs to get nipped in the bud. I can't be mad at that. He should have known better. If this was his own platform, he pays the bills from top down, people would have disagreed, but he would have still had his podcast today. He'll probably still might find someone else that will fund it and support it and who'll continue with it, but keep the same energy. This is what I'm trying to tell people. Keep the same energy. I don't understand how he thought this would end, Mr. Canonist. I don't understand it. And the worst part is, I don't think he's racist. I don't think Nick Cannon's racist. I genuinely don't think he's racist. At the same time, I don't think he fully knows what he's committing to in terms of his belief system. I genuinely don't think he does. I think he knows enough to... Who said this? Someone said this. He knows enough to be dangerous. Who used this phraseology? I think it was like on a podcast I was watching about Dr. Uma Fraudson. And they said, yeah, you know enough to be dangerous. You know just about enough to be dangerous, but not enough to actually be able to go into depth about what you're speaking about. And shout out to whoever coined that term. I'm not even trying to take credit for it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Mr. Nicholas Canonist. What do you think? Do you think it was right for him to get let go? Do you even think what he said was racist? Like, comment, share this. Hit the notifications bell. I'm still waiting for someone to send me a bell. Hit the notifications bell. Let me know your thoughts. Was Mr. Canonist correct? Mr. Nicholas Canonist. That's his new name. That's what I'm calling him now. Because you can't be speaking like this and want me to call you by a proper name. You can't be moving this foolish and want me to call you by a proper name. It can't happen. Mr. Nicholas Canonist, keep that same energy. Thank you for tuning into the Faceless Podcast. I go by the name of Shepherd. My friends call me Sheps. Call me whatever you want. As long as it's not I. Have a good day.